quarrel with? Oh my God. I just think that some people actually would mention quarrel as with others.
Yeah, this is Francis calling from Portland.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Like, and called silence and ambience. So there's ambience, so that thing. Like silence. Oh, reminds me of the song, The Sound of Silence. I'll look at okay. It will.
How you have lived side of this personality. I think a lot. I create things. And the thing is, if I have somebody, right, as an introvert, that we are on the same page, that means we can both come up with ideas and have now time to
if you know there's a particular person you have in mind, you're talking.
I don't have anybody but active. Let's say
God have mercy. You've not told me the person's name. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for calling. We was talking. We turn this question to introverts against extroverts or extroverts. Okay, so living alone versus living with others. Would you rather live alone or live with other people? Are you a loner? Are you a people person? So what works for you and I? What are the benefits that, if you were to advertise living alone to join you in this your special area of living alone, what would you tell someone? What are the benefits? So the last one is the and in living alone, he gets to think, create with nobody distracting him, no time wasters, and allows the people around him. So how about you? What works for you? Would you rather live alone or live with other people? Dapper Roland Jr. says, wow, actually an interesting topic. For me, I prefer living alone because I don't disturbance. So it helps me reason and do the thing.
Hello.
Okay. Are you going to raise it? Okay. Thank you. What's your name? Oh. Same to him. I still take care of me in case I fall sick at night. And that night sickness thing, most to some people, though. Have you ever woke up at night and you were shivering? Well, I think I've had that experience like maybe 3 times, and I was able to do that. I've also had one in the room had serious. And hey, she was fine, sitting like a baby. On a commercial break, my time will conversation. Welcome versus living with people. Which do you evening here? Bye. God bless Nigeria info. Ifan Iwu Eke. Alright, thank you, Ifan. So who else? Turkim 7 with others. Wait for me. In absence of you being at home. Good afternoon. Alright. Thank you very much. So yes, we're live on Facebook, so head on to Facebook right now. You can share. Like to live alone or to live with people. Why? Hello.
Young Mr. Zion, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Zion. Go on.
I prefer to live with people.
Why?
I just want to get the they can wrong. Besides, come to talk. I can't just sit home, do nothing, lonely, alone to myself. The trees TV, the radio, the fridge. What will they do for me? Nothing. I once read a book, and the author said, use your money to build life. Don't use your money and buy properties. When you are sick, they will not tell you how are you doing. When you come back from work, they will not tell you welcome. They won't even quarrel with you. You know what?
At least we can worry then make up. A day of voice, Mr. Zion.
This is fun. It's happiness. If you look at the COVID lockdown, do you know how many people became miserable because nobody was at home with them?
Oh.
They have the money. They have everything money can buy. But they were so lonely. Don't come from this other side. When you there, how are you? Come on, shop, what do you for it now? Sometimes you still come together. What do? We still check on each other. Now, what you going to do now? I beg, I don't like this one now. We want to go on that one. I don't come. He said, there is this argument, there is this oneness. It's able to elongate life. So if you are all alone, my sister, like me, like when I was single, time to why? What are you looking for? Trouble is there. You want to collect one more carelessly based on you don't know who is who. You know, you just want to do all manner of things.
Hello.
Yes, Sister Cousin. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to live with people.
I'm not.
Don't forget credit relationship. If you don't have official money connection,
Run.
the music and now the market can back up to the house. Do many other things get alone. For some most of us, it's a bit of.
Aww.
So, God did not make this world for somebody to live alone. So, I will prefer to live with many persons.
Okay. Okay. With this, thank you very much. With these few points of his, I hope he has been able to confuse you. Okay, not confuse you. Convince you and not confuse you that living with people is far much more better than living alone. When he was talking about doing house chores, going to the market, I was like, hey, man talking. He said it will begin to bother you. He said it will begin to bother you. Just to sweep house. Get what you will eat. Uncle. It is to bother some of us, so. And it's not follow come. I was not given birth to with the ability to be doing house chores. It's just, it don't used to bother me. But there are actually people it bothers. There are people who have this conversation some other time. There are people who do not like house chores. It's not just their thing. I say people, and I'm not saying men. I'm saying people. Could be male or female. There are people like that. Okay? So they can do the extra work and bring the money. Another person should sweep the house. Another person should clean the house. Another person should do the laundry. Another person should do the dishes. Another person should do the cooking. They don't want to be the ones to do anything like that. If it means working extra 24 hours to provide money to have all those things done, they will do it. CPO Zuke from Ahoda says, good day, ma. Living alone is good for privacy's sake, but living with good person is the best. Reasons. Number 1, share common ideas. Number 2, gist together. Number 3, support each other. Example, when one is down financially or health. My friend Ojikbo Good News and I myself are missing each other whenever I travel. Bring it on, people. Tell me, which do you prefer? Living alone or living with others? And what are the benefits, all right? Convince me. Tell somebody who believes that living alone is better. Tell the person no. Give us like 12 bullet points. You see the word I used? Bullet points. Hello. Oh, please do well to call back. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Kiwai. I'm from Amechi Drive.
All right, see why. Go on.
To me, you can't compare living alone and living with others. It's just like comparing night and day. The reason for that is this. If you live with people,
Mm-hmm.
you hardly get lonely. That's one.
Okay.
You share them. If you have any issue, you have somebody to support you, and you are happier for it because most of the happiest people on earth,
Mm-hmm.
especially some countries that are happier people, they have support group, peer group, group. But living alone, then you have to be so lonely that definitely you are going to be having issues. Let me just give you an example. All my houses are built. I have never built a house just say I want to go and build a bungalow and stay alone. No, I was built such that I have tenants. I always have tenants in the house. So anybody that says they want to have build alone, then definitely no. To me, having somebody to talk with, having somebody to chat with, even having somebody to quarrel with, is still very okay. It's the best thing that you can do. After all, when you quarrel, what do you do? You will not forgive each other and move on. And that's how life is generally. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You guys are giving me topics to explore some other time. This thing about quarreling. Some people now start screaming, nagging. Now they talk warrior now. Okay, all right. I still have some messages here, and this one from Ihanacho from Irebe. He says, "Good day, Constance. Introvert or extrovert, both have a role to play in human lives. We have to train our minds to live on both sides. Some situation will need us to be extrovert, like falling in love and having a life partner, associating with the society as nature demands. Some situation will also call for introverts, like great inventors in various research rooms, men and women building the aircraft, ships, and submarines, etc. As the saying goes, all work without play makes," it says Jake, a dull boy. It's actually Jack. But thank you, though. Constance, if God was an introvert, he wouldn't have created everything in twos. Imagine having one eye, leg, hand, etc. Collins Carlo, I believe he likes association. It's something I believe. Imagine, he has all those angels. Do I'm still a great man. Good day, I'm an introvert who wants to be an extrovert. See, extroverts, I believe, are happier people by looks. Some people think I am an extrovert, and I'm surprised because I know I enjoy my company more. Sometimes I chide myself for being virtually alone for maybe a whole day. Being around people, in my opinion, helps to deal with reality because in reality, people matter. But if I'm used to myself alone, I become forced to deal with people when there is an emergency. Okay, someone is taking us to the scriptures now. Good afternoon, Constance. I am an extrovert person who is married, but I'm now living alone here in Port Harcourt, seeking greener pastures because I left my family behind in my state. Oh, wow. However, I'm still able to create interpersonal relationship with people around. We human beings want a sense of belonging, so I like being extroverts. Samson in Eneka, and it says Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helper." Your neighbors are your helpers. Samson. All right, Samson. And then this person is asking, "Good day, please. My question is, have you seen any popular person or celebrity introvert person? For me, I think if you want to be popular, you have to be close to people to know their feeling. I don't buy the concept of introvert." Justice from Moji. Justice, it might surprise you that those people that you say, oh, celebrity, a lot of them are introverts. And that's how they come about creating the kind of beautiful things you hear, especially music. A lot of them are introverts. Don't let the fame fool you. So, okay. Ivan Pascal on Facebook says, living with others is more preferable for me because it brings about sharing of ideas, collective contribution, and most important of all, to avoid boredom. Ifani Iwu AK is trying to change our conversation. Says, for me again, I like living with people, especially ladies. And your name is Ifani. What are you looking for? Ifani. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I call back again.
Okay, what's your name?
Clement.
All right, Clement.
The chief introvert.
Okay.
Okay. First, let me share some advantage of being an introvert.
Oh, okay.
Now, the extrovert or the extroverted person, they somehow want to come around the introvert for personal gain, especially when it comes to funding. Now, this is what the extrovert wants to benefit, right?
Okay.
Okay, now you are not the out kind of person. That means you don't spend as the extrovert guy spend. So you control your finance. You know where your money goes to. And perhaps, like I said, as a creative, I have to find a place, let me call it a table, a chair, a system, and how to power the system and put one or two together to achieve my results. Now, what this simply means is that I could do this going to somebody's office to go and set up my table, pay transport and all that. But I have to find a way to put this all together in a place where I will not maybe go through the hustle and bustle and the stress and all that. So that means the pain, you know what they call body pain here in Nigeria. My body they pain me. I will not go through my way they pain me. Our conductor slap one woman, push me. I will not go through what conductor has done. You know, I'll go separate fight, they break my head. I won't go through all that. That is because I have found a way to put myself in a place where I will get the same results that we put out there. After maybe I'm going out, you are going out as an extrovert. You are spending 2-3 hours on the road in a hold-up. I'm not sure you are going to come back the same. Imagine doing that for the next 5-10 years. And you know what your body will tell you. So when it comes to health-wise, you will not face what the extrovert people face. Not talk of the junk food that you eat out there that you cannot control. You don't know how the food was prepared. But this one, you have control of your kitchen. You know how your water is gotten. You know how your vegetables were prepared. You know how your meat, you know how you prepare all those things. Of course, you don't know how to cook. Well, people who have an introvert. Yeah, just live an extroverted life and be eating the junk food out there. Health-wise, that you know that what you eat has a lot to do with your health. So as an extrovert, consuming what you are eating outside will definitely affect your health. Whether you like it or not, that is because, like I said, you cannot control it. Even the mama that you go to eat, well, of course, I don't want to go there. So the food you eat has a way of affecting your health because you can't control it. So if you have some skills, especially domestic skills, you cannot live in a house that is dirty as an extrovert. Your bathroom is always stinking and smelling, and you claim to be an extrovert. You use the WC and you cannot flush. No, you can't tell me you are an extrovert. So that means you have to be extremely neat. Now, on the other side, introverted people are not as neat as the extrovert. So
really?
Take this anywhere. Let me repeat that again. The introverted guys or ladies are not as neat. I mean, the extroverted guys or ladies are not as neat as the introvert.
I was going to ask, how come?
The laundry, they patronize the laundry guys where they budget, let's say, between 5K out of their salary every month for laundry. But as an introvert, how many times a day I could just put my boxers and singlet, sit in my system and do what I want to do. I've achieved my result for the day. I've saved money on maybe ironing. In fact, if I'm going out, like I said, let me go to church after an event. People are rushed back home because there are works waiting for me. So there are a whole lot. Let me just stop here.
Okay.
I hope this will help somebody. But as an introvert, please have some skills that actually domestic skills that will help you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So if you're an extrovert, please, were you convinced by what he said? Oh my God. Okay. So he has outlined some of the things you stand to gain from interacting with an introvert if you are an extrovert. And then, okay. So the people who are picking something from what he said, I'm sure you've picked one or two things, right? So let's get back to the messages I see here. Oh, before that, hello.
Good afternoon, Constance.
Good afternoon. What's your name, please?
I used Wachuku calling from Aba.
All right, Wachuku. You're welcome.
Wow. I wish every radio station with more of Nigerian people. You know,
Woo-hoo.
like 2 weeks ago, I was in Onisha, so I only see your sister station what you have Nigerian people. I really missed it.
Oh.
I know.
You told you.
Yeah, like I started, so once I came back from, because most of the time I do go outside work. Maybe you go or you work like 2 weeks. Sometimes I come back, I stay here 1 week at home. Don't even go out. Like, joining your program now, yeah, I've been reading, you know. So now there are advantages of being an introvert, although there are disadvantages. There are disadvantages anyway. So, but let me stick to one. Like, if I am an extrovert, do you know that I will have too many friends? You know, it will be very difficult for me to plan myself. Sometimes it will be like, you want to do this one, you want to do this one, you know, so people will be calling you, can I come around? Can I meet you X? You say no. Can I come around? You be like, yeah, same as if you're showing attitude, you know. So somehow they will start considering whether it's a good book or not. Outside you nick them, you'll be like trying to establish something in their heart. Maybe if you can give arm to them, fine, you give arm. Yeah, so when they see you once in a while, they see you, they'll be like, they won't even understand you. You keep them in suspense. For me, that is advantage of being introvert. It gives you a whole lot of time to take a chance yourself, do a whole lot of things that you want to. But there is a clear disadvantage of being introvert.
What is
I think
it?
that I am now, if I have to have a problem, I need to put attention. Do you know like concept?
No.
Okay, if I tell people this is my problem, that person have no effect to come rescue. No? So I think yeah. God will help us. So,
Oh, thank you for coming. Oh, wow. So on one hand, advantages of being alone. And there's a downside to it. Alone. I alone. I prefer living with reasonable and these people. Below are my few reasons. Okay. Number 1, Kali. Number 2, companionship. Number 3, home warmth. Number 7, home liveliness. Number 8, periodic arguments enhances learning, and many more. But if all of the above aren't part of the package, I prefer being alone. Oluwatami from Port Harcourt. Okay, Oluwatami, thank you. Who's this now? Constance, I'm a chronic introvert. Being alone is the best. It will shock you, Constance. I'm here to be shocked. What else am I doing here? You say, I have been in a compound for over 2 years now. I don't know who and who lives in the estate. I don't know anybody's name. Even when anyone wants to come close to me, I don't give room to that. Only 2 ladies who visit me almost every day. I don't care about knowing any other persons for now. I become extrovert when I see my like minds. I love the way I live. I'm beginning to prefer my lifestyle because many of them who are extroverts have had one problem or the other with other people except myself and one other person who is also an introvert. I only associate when necessary. From Williams. Okay. And Williams also says, even when I'm in the midst of extroverts, I know my boundaries. I still maintain my introvert nature. But somehow extroverts when the need arises. All right. La 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 la. So whether you're alone or living with people, please ensure that somebody at least knows where you are at points in time, security sake, so that it will not be a time for anybody. Try and mingle with people. It's very important. All right, but it's also good to enjoy your time, your time. And the beauty of life is the fact that there are people who enjoy hanging out with people, and then there are people who enjoy hanging out with themselves. So you go with those people from time to time, and you learn from this person. The other person is learning from this other person. So yeah, life is beautiful that way. Tony Brooks on Facebook says, for me, I prefer both living alone and living with other people. Yeah, sometimes you just want to actually stay alone. So there are some signs actually to show that you're a loner. The kind of person that you just like to be alone. Number one, you value time. Yeah. They say these are people that will do everything in their power not to be late, and they never waste another person's time and will not allow someone else to waste their own time. Oh my God. Number two, you are self-aware. So many people actually choose to ignore their thoughts and maybe their emotions as well. But the loner would rather embrace these feelings and becomes fully aware of them. So self-awareness is another thing. You are level-headed. You know the Chris. And by Chris, I mean mad. You know what I mean, right? They're actually said to be amazing, strong-willed when tough situations actually come their way. You know, they have this incredible focus and willpower. This is a result of their frequent reflection and alone time. But then they're also open-minded. They are loyal. And they set clear boundaries. Yeah, you don't come and be crossing boundaries around them. And they will also not cross yours. They are empathetic. And they understand that nobody is perfect. They know their weakness and their strengths, or weaknesses and strengths. And so they also know that other people have weaknesses and strengths. So they're not the kind of people who will go and engage in jungle justice, because they know that even the thief, that they're shouting thief, must have a good side and does not deserve to die. I'm just saying. And so many other things, all right? So let's go on a quick break. And when I return, I will be saying my goodbye in a proper way, all right? Do stay tuned. I'll be right back. For being a part of the conversations today, jungle justice. And from there we also talked about either living alone or living with people. Which one do you prefer? And we also mentioned some of the benefits, you know. So yeah, thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. I'm reminding you because Friday is around the corner. Yeah, just so you know, give you expo before time. All right, remember to follow us on social media. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook and Nigeria Info FM _PH on Instagram and Nigeria Info PH on Twitter. And then it's Constance Mega on Instagram and LinkedIn, and I Constance Mega on Twitter. So I'm going to do with this. I told you I was reading Treemaker. What we need is not a better way of doing, it's a better way of being. So you start changing the world by changing yourself. And yourself, it's your mind. I'll see you tomorrow. The news Reverse Today comes up at 3. And of course, after there, we have facts.